And this is Guedelon, a medieval building site in the 21st century. In a clearing deep in the Puisé forest on the site of a former quarry, the Guedelon site is an incredible challenge taken up by a few dozen men and women from widely differing horizons. Since 1998, they've been building a castle. But on this site, no concrete mixers or trucks or electric saws. It's all done by hand, just like in the Middle Ages. All the materials can be found on site: stone, earth, wood, water, sand, the lot. For transport, they use animals, but the rest is down to strong arms and the knowledge of the master builders. Guedelon will take at least 25 years hard labour, a quarter of a century of magic. That's the whole crazy part of this project. These days, nothing ever takes that long to build. Nowhere else has such a backward leap into history been made. Amateur historian Michel Guyot is the man behind the adventure. He's the chairman of the association managing the project, and the idea occurred to him quite naturally. If you love old stones and historic monuments and you start thinking about the architecture, you ask lots of questions. When you go into a cathedral, into a crypt, when you see an arch or a vault, you wonder how they managed it at the time. And of course, the best way to find out is to try and do it yourself, based on the 13th century accounts. Every day, Michel discovers what the workers have done and spares no praise for the way their know-how is growing. They're very professional. Take the quarrymen. You won't find a team of quarrymen anywhere else in the world who are able to cut out blocks of iron-bearing sandstone like that. We thought that that was the right medieval technique, and they've proved it. It's an extraordinary technique, and it's priceless. And despite the tiring work, the quarrymen have no doubts at all. It was well worth it. Oh yes, it's worth it. It was a great challenge that was really worth taking up. And just like in the Middle Ages, all the craftsmen at Guedelon have set up round the main building. The rope maker, the potters, the basket weaver and ground clearers make and do what's needed on the site. Though the site's open to the public, the work carries on. The 200,000 visitors a year don't come to visit an exhibition. You come to Guedelon to work and enjoy it. For the first time in my life, I'm working with no pressure. It's difficult because 20 years is a long time, and there's probably still another 20 years' work left. But there's no stress working here. I'm just happy. Our historian is working hard to complete the postern gate, but he's also helping to build the first tower of the castle, the watchtower, used to defend the site against attack. And yet, Guedelon is in no danger. The castle is slowly taking shape, and if you want to know what it'll look like in 20 years' time, just a short distance away is one of its ancestors.